Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and today we're going to do our launch activity on the periodic table, where you're going to kind of go through the same process that scientists like Dmitri Mendeleev went through to invent the periodic table. On the end of your lab table you will see a series of instructions posted for you, and there's also a useful chart of information for you to fill in your cards. So let's just go through the steps real quickly so you know what you're supposed to do. Step 1. Use the element information to fill in each of the cards and use the example of helium for help. So here we have the helium example for you. And what you'll do is cut up your cards into strips. So if there's, for example, let's say 2 of you in the lab group, then very simply what you would do is you would take and cut the chart in half, and each of you then would be responsible for filling in that information. So let's just look at how we go about doing it. So the first thing you have to do is write the atomic number on the top of the card, where it shows you right there in the example. So let me get my pen here and we'll show you how to do that. So for helium, the atomic number is 2. Now I hope you all remember that that then means you have 2 protons and 2 electrons. Then you write the name of the element, for those of you who might have forgotten that. So you look there, helium, the symbol is He, so that's helium. And then you need to write its atomic mass, and the atomic mass for helium is 4.003. Now hopefully you recall that to get the neutron number, you round off the atomic mass and subtract the atomic number from it. So 4 minus 2 is 2. Now the board diagram shows us the electron configuration. So we look here for the electron configuration for helium, and it just means there's 2 in the first shell. As you get down to more shells, this one would be 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second shell, and 1 in the third shell. So helium just gets 2 in the first shell. Then we're going to learn how to do something called the Lewis structure. There's a set of instructions down here and examples for you. But with the Lewis structure, you only put dots around it, indicating the number of outer shell electrons. They're called valence electrons. So let's see. Since helium has 2 electrons in the outer shell, you would then draw 2 dots, just like the example of beryllium. So we go dot, dot. And then that card's done. So you work your way down till all the cards are finished. Okay, now we're ready for step 2. Step 2 says cut out the cards. So simply take your scissors and very quick and easy cut out the cards. And there you can see we've got some of the cards cut out. Okay. Now, step 3, set the helium card aside with an exclamation point. Helium, set it aside. Okay. Step 4, arrange the cards in a pattern so that the elements with the same Lewis structure are in the same column. That would be up and down. And the elements with the same number of electron shells are in the same row. So let's just take a look at a couple of these here. Let's see. Same Lewis pattern. So there we see hydrogen has 1, beryllium has 1, let's see, lithium has 1, oh, beryllium has 2, yeah, let's get that out of there. Lithium has 1, and sodium has 1. So there's sodium with 1, lithium 1, hydrogen 1. And so they're in the same column. And then it says elements with the same number of electron shells are in the same row. So we look at the board diagram from that. Here's beryllium. Let's see. This has 3, that has 2. No. This has 1, that has 2. No. This has 2, that has 2. Okay, well that's pretty good. So differing number of electrons in the outer shell, but same number of shells. So what you'll do is take all your cards and work using that concept. Then all you do is step 5, glue your pattern on a piece of large paper. So you'll go to the back there And you'll get yourself a piece of large paper, thin white paper. Okay. And then you'll start arranging your cards somehow on that to get them in some sort of orderly sequence. And you try to get them so that you see a regular repeating pattern that's periodic, and don't include helium yet. And then when you're all done, now decide where you think helium fits best, because helium's kind of, well, I wouldn't say it's weird, but it's a little unusual because the first shell is full and it only has 2 electrons, so that gets to be a problem. So figure out where it goes, and then use your glue stick and glue your pattern however you want to on the paper with all the elements provided. And when you're done, turn that in. All right, best of luck to you.